Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm out here shooting my Makarov and you're probably thinking, hey Mac, you got a new Mac. No, I didn't. This is the ugly Mac that you saw me do a torture test on recently. I took this thing out and I dunked it in sand, mud, water, shot it underwater, watched it destroy itself underwater, actually disassembled itself. But that's the exact same handgun. It's just been Cerakoted. Now I opted for a two-tone Cerakote finish on the handgun. You'll notice it has a Magpul flat dark earth on the bottom and then a graphite black finish on the slide. I think it looks really sharp. You may not like the two-tone finish, but I think it's pretty cool. But that's not it. I also have another handgun that you've seen in a previous review video, and that's my Browning High Power. You'll notice it has the same two-tone finish. Now I think it looks really, really sharp. This was the first one I had refinished. I think this thing looks amazingly sharp. I love how it looks. Again, it has the graphite black slide and the Magpul flat dark earth lower receiver with some accents. You know, the barrel's been Cerakoted as well as the extractor. So I think this thing looks really, really sharp. Let's fire off a couple rounds out of this beauty. These are the first rounds I've ever fired out of this handgun after getting it refinished. Of course, as to be expected, no malfunctions or any problems with the handgun after having the Cerakote finish applied. The Cerakote finish is super, super thin, just like less than 1/1000th of an inch thick. It's super, super thin stuff. So even if you have a handgun that's a match quality handgun with a real tight slide to frame fit, it's still going to work okay with the gun typically. So anyway, I really like the finishes. Now you're probably asking yourself, how much does it cost to have the Cerakote finish done? Now the two handguns I have here have the finishes applied by two different companies. This handgun has the baked-on Cerakote finish, which is considered to be the more durable of the two, and this one is just the air dry finish, which also seems to be doing pretty well. But I'm going to compare these two handguns over time. I'm going to shoot them and see how the two finishes wear, but right now they seem to be fairly comparable. Now this handgun was refinished by AEM5 Firearms, and I'll put a link down below. If you want to have your handgun refinished, you're probably, and this is true for both companies, but you're looking at it between $150, $180 all the way up to $300, depending on how you have it configured. Here I have a two-tone finish. You can get patterns applied. You can have all sorts of crazy stuff done and a whole bunch of different colors to choose from. So it really depends on the size of the handgun, the options that you choose, how many colors you choose, if you have any patterns or anything like that, that really dictates the price. This handgun was refinished by Downrange, Duracoat, and Cerakote. And again, I'll put a link down below, and this is the air dry finish. And again, the price you're looking at between $150 to $250 or so for the refinish job on your handgun. And you're looking at probably a couple of weeks turnaround time depending on what their workload is. But I'll put links to both of these companies down below so you can ask them by emailing them or giving them a call how much it would cost to get your particular firearm refinished. Overall, if you remember, I've done a review on the Cerakote finish in the past. I used a Stag 8 rifle, and I did everything I could think of to cause damage to that Cerakote finish. Now, it was the baked-on dried finish as well, but it was exceptionally durable. I was rubbing it up against trees, banging it around, and I took a look. I had the internals refinished as well. I was looking for wear on the internals, the AR-15, and it didn't show any excessive signs of wear anywhere after 500 or 600 rounds, including steel-cased ammunition. So overall, I'm very impressed with Cerakote finishes. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye right now, guys, but if you have any more questions about Cerakote, you can always ask those questions on our Facebook page, and you can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/militaryarms. And again, please look in the links down below in the description, and I'll have links to both Downrange Duracoat and Cerakote refinishing, and as well as AEM5 Firearms, and you guys should give them a shout if you actually want to have one of your firearms refinished. Thanks for watching, everybody.